Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and let's kickstart this video by mentioning our Kickstarter campaign. So as revealed at the end of the ARG, which has been entertaining people for just over a week, we are planning to launch a book. We are trying to get it funded on Kickstarter, and that will be beginning in about a week's time. Now, we will provide at some point a link to the Kickstarter page, and what we're hoping to do in the book is to show the best puzzles we've had on this channel, or the most landmark puzzles, the ones that have really made a difference and amazed or entertained people, the ones that have been important in the channel's history. So they're definitely going to be included. If we hit some stretch goals, I really hope we're going to include some new puzzles as well. And you know, there could be other stuff. We'll certainly have a bit of background about the channel. I think it'll be an excellent book. Even if you've seen a lot of our videos before, I don't think you'll want to miss it. So do keep an eye out for that. Don't forget Scott Strossell's Pirate Puzzle Hunt, especially if you took time off from sleeping to get through the ARG recently. That's great. It's on our Patreon channel. But today's puzzle looks like a killer Sudoku, smells like a killer Sudoku, and is not a killer Sudoku. This is in fact an anti-killer by Jojo McFroyo, who has published, I think, 3 of these on Logic Masters Germany. This one has very high rating, and we're going to give it a go now. Now, what is the rule change for anti-killer Sudoku? Well, if you notice this 9 cage, for instance, you'll see that that can't possibly obey the normal killer rules of containing digits that add up to that sum without repeats. And that's the opposite bit of this rule set. Each killer cage does contain a repeat, but normal Sudoku rules apply. So within each killer cage, there is a repeated digit, maybe more than 1, never more than 2 of the same digit, apparently, although as I put this into the software, I couldn't see any cage in which that could apply, but just in case I've missed something, I'm including it in the rule set because that's how I've been told it. So each killer cage that's shown does have at least 1 repeated digit in it. And other than that, normal Sudoku and indeed normal killer rules apply. So do give it a go on the link below the video, and I'm going to try it now. So let's get cracking. And let's start with that 9 cage. Now that is useful. What is the minimum that these 3 can be? They're in the same row in the same box. They have to be different. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, and that leaves 1 plus 2 up there. That must be right. So we can fill in 1 and 2 there. That makes this digit 3, and with 1 and 2 there, we are underway. And this 11, I'm drawn to that because it's the other totally impossible cage under normal rules. So these 2, they can't add up to 3 anymore because that would clash with this 1 or 2 cell if they were 1 and 2. So they either add up to 4 or 5, leaving these to add up to 6 or 7. So they either add up to 4 or 5. They can't have any number as big as 5 in them. These are either 6 or 7. So they're either 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4. But these could be 1, 3, 1, 4 or 2, 3, I think. Okay, so what about the 14 cage? Yes, okay. These 2 digits have to be at least 4 and 5. Oh, and one of them has to repeat. Oh yes, the rule is not just that digits can repeat, it's that 1 digit must repeat at least. Okay, so yeah, okay, that's a minimum, isn't it? If 4 is here and 5 is here and one of these is 4, yeah, then the other one is 1. I think my maths is right. I'm not used to killer sums with repeats, so some of the maths is a bit new to me, but that's right, that must be right. So 1 and 4 are there, and that's great. That means this is 2 and 3. That means this is 1, 2 and 3. 5 and 6, yes, right, 2 and 3 there, so that fixes this 1, 2 pair. That fixes this 1, 4 pair, and we are away. Probably going to grind to a screeching halt any moment. The 29 cage looks appealing because normally in both cases you just fill in 9875, but that's not right here. Indeed, there must be a repeat, so that's definitely not right. So they're not so useful. Let's concentrate again on the cages. Right, this one needs a repeat. So it's either got a repeated 5 or 6, and this is either 1 or 2. This one needs a repeat. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, this can't be 7 because that would make 1, 2, 3, 4 here. No repeats. If this was 6, that would put 1, 2, 3, 5 here to make it up to 17. And there'd still be no repeats. So this is 5. This lot adds up to 12, including a 5. And I can, since they're in the same box, I can use my normal killer knowledge to know that that's 1, 2, 4, 5. That one's not the 5. Gives us a 1, 2, 4, 5 quadruple, in row 2. Oh, it fixes that these are 6s, and we get a 1 in this cell. So these aren't 1. One of these is a 1. That means this is not a 1. God, I love how this keeps feeding round. This isn't a 1. So one of those is a 1, and this isn't a 1. Perfect. So we can put 1 in this 1, 2, 4, 5 cage. And of course 2 is looking at those. So 2 goes here. That makes this a 3, which makes this a 2, which makes this a 3, which makes this the 2 and this the 1. That is so elegantly clever. Right, let's keep going. Now, look, 2 and 2 there. Where does 2 go in row 7? It's got to be in one of these 3. Now, if 2 was in the 29 cage, 9 and 9 and 8, it's not enough. So the 2 is not in the cage. In fact, the 3 is in the cage. That's crazy. Okay, that's really helpful because this must be 3, 8, 9 with a 9 there to get a 3 into a 29 cage. That's not the 9. I don't know which of these is. But that gives us 7 and 6. That's a really pretty naked single that suddenly turned up. That's 7. This isn't 3. Oh, it's so strange to think of killer cages in this way. Right, these are from 7, 8, and 9. Oh, and this one has to repeat in this box, so it has to repeat there. So it's either 8 or 9 because we've got this 7 down here. Now, if those were 2 8s, these would add up to 13 without an 8. They could be 7, 6, or 9, 4. If those were 2 9s, these add up to 11 without a 9. They can't be 5, 6. They could be 8, 3, or 7, 4. So still some possibilities up there. Oh, what about this 11 cage? That's not big. Oh, and it's got a repeat. Keep remembering how this works. Right. So the repeat is in those 2 cells. It could be 2 or 3. Can't be 5 because that would put a 1 here. Can't be 4 because one of them is seeing that 4. So if it was 2, this is a 7. If it was 3, this is a 5. Can't rule either of those out yet. Oh my, I've nearly used all the cages. What about these ones? Those 2 digits must be the ones that are the same again in this 24. If they were 4 and 4, that does work, 9 and 7. If they were 5 and 5, these add up to 14. They'd be 8 and 6. That looks just possible. 6 and 6. Oh, I don't think I can narrow this down much at all. Right, let's try and do some regular Sudoku. This is 7, 8, or 9. One of these is a 5. Am I missing something here? Probably, I normally am. 1, 2, 5. One of these is a 4, and one of them's a 3. Doesn't really help. Can I narrow this down? 9 and 9 is 18. 7 and 4 or 8 and 3. I mean, they all seem possible to me. This one is either 6, 7, 8 or 9 by regular Sudoku. I don't quite know how to keep going. Let's just plug away. One of those is a 1. One of those is a 1. It can't be in that cell which repeats there. Right, so 1 in column 7 is there. 2 in row 1 must now be there. That puts a 2 in one of these two cells. Don't know which one yet. But 2 and 2 there puts 2 in one of these three cells. Can't be there because of that, and it can't be there because we've ruled it out. So in fact, those two are 2s. Oh, I see. That's kind of how to pick that up. That's really surprising as well. Another beautiful bit of logic. Now, 7 up here is in one of these. Could it be there? Yes, 9 and 8. Yeah, it certainly could. 6, 1, 7, 2. 3 can't be there. So 3 is in one of those two cells in box 5, and one of those two in box 2. 5 is there, and 5's in one of those, so I should have continued thinking about the top row. 5 goes there. Ooh, that nearly puts 5 into this cage, but it could still get away with slipping in there. 7, 6, 3, 2, 1, 8, 9. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. Has been for ages. I just haven't marked it. Oh, come on. 3. Was that not more useful? No, it wasn't. One of those, that is either 4 or 5. So that's going to go in one of those, having been ruled out of there. Can't see how that helps. 6 is there and 6 is there. Right, so 3 is here and is in fact forming a 3-6 pair with 6. 3, 6, 1, 4, 5, 2. So these are from 7, 8 and 9. And now we've got a 7, 8, 9 triple in the top row. That's fantastic, because that makes this one 6. And row 1, column 1 suddenly helps us out. The cell, again, not in a cage. You wouldn't have thought you could do it at all. That fixes those two. So this is not 3 anymore. And it's not 6 now, it's a 4. Now we must know, I think, what that means for these. 16, 20, 8, 9, 8 works. 9, 9, 7. 8. So that can't be an 8, but that isn't. I thought that was going to be much more helpful. I thought we were going to know exactly what's going on in this cage, and it turns out we don't. Right, so this is either 9, 9, 7, in which case this is an 8, or 8, 9, 8, in which case this is a 7. So it's not a 9. Oh, and look, it can't be a 7 because of that. So that's 8. So this is 7 and 9. Just check my maths. Yes, that means this is 9. So actually that cage is done. I just wasn't quick enough on the uptake. Get rid of 8 from there. This one is a naked single 9, which is very helpful. Take out 7 from there. I love this puzzle. This is so peculiar and so clever. It's not just a lovely idea. This is a brilliantly worked example of the idea. I mean, I really like it when I get introduced to an idea in a brilliant form, and this qualifies for that. Now, 9, 8, and 3 there. Still can't do that. Now, what about this? Couldn't do it earlier. It can't be a repeated 7 or 6 because they're both seeing this one. So this is either 4, 5, 8 or 9 repeated. Now, if it was 4, these would be 9, 7. That does look annoyingly possible. If they were 5, this would be 8, 6 because it couldn't include a 5. Again, that looks possible. If this was 8, this is not possible because they'd have to add up to 8 and 1, 3, 2 are gone in the row. So they can't be 8. And if they were 9, again, it's not possible because 1 and 2 are gone in the row. So they are 4 and 5, either 4s or 5s, I mean. Now, does that mean anything for this box? Nothing quite as useful again as I'd hoped. Okay, let's find some regular Sudoku to do. That is 3 or 4. That's all it can be. These are from 1, 3 and 4 and include a 1, 3, 8 and 5. Possibles there. Can't quite see how to do this. Oh, the fact that there's no... Oh, yes, okay. No, I was going to say surely whatever they are is going to be in one of those and it's going to decide, but it's not because there's 5 and 4 in those. Ah, good grief. 7, 6, so 4, 5, 8 and 9 to go. These two are from 4, 5 and 8. Oh, what is going on now? 1s are in those. Those shouldn't be central ones. They should be corner ones, I think. 3. I don't know that it's in those. Right, 4. 4 is there and there. Just all that proves is it's in one of those 3 cells. 2, 1, 5, 2, 9. So is 9 in one of those cells. That can't be so. That's an 8. Sorry, last digit in its blinking row. That should be a bit more straightforward. Means this is an 8. That does mean one of these two is 8. But all that means is that one of these two is 8. So if that was 3 or 8, we'd have 3, 8 here, 1, 4, 5, 7, 6 triple here, 4, 8, 9 there. It all looks like it could be. Maybe there's something I can deduce about these and how they're placed. If these are 4, 4, what did we decide? 9, 7. If they're 5, 5, 8, 6. So either way round, oh look, yes, this is a 6, 8, 7, 9 quadruple. So that's 4 or 5, and it can't be 5. Come on, wake up. So that determines they're 5, 5. Now these are 8, 6. Don't know the order, don't care at the moment. It puts 8, 6 up here and 9, 7 down there. 5, 6, 8. It takes 8 out of that box. That is the key thing. So 8, 9, 3. That is the salient fact. 9 there. 1 and 7 there. Let's get rid of the corner mark. Oh, yes. I think we are closing in now. That 5, 4 has been resolved. This has been a 7 for a while. That is now a 3 and 5 there. Lovely, lovely, lovely puzzle. So elegant throughout, really impressive. That 4 is determining that finally, so that 1 fixes this. 5 is gone from there. I thought actually that wasn't going to be a 3-8 pair and I was wrong about that guess. Luckily I didn't use it. Now that is a naked single 8 now, which fixes 3 and 8 there. I can do 4 and 9 here as well. 3, 7, 6 up there, but I don't know how to do them. But this is now 6. That fixes this triple. It must be done now. Yes, that's a 3. So we can do that triple. That fixes this pair and this one. Lovely. What a fabulous puzzle. Excellent work from Jojo. And really enjoyed that. I hope you did have a go at that because that was really rewarding. Very clever, very entertaining, very elegant. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.